Follow us on our social media platforms. That is Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. That is at Church of Uganda Family TV. That is COU Family TV on all our social media platforms with the hashtag Morning Glory.
Press review and news updates.
What does that mean?
It was up and down.
Okay.
But thankfully, we've started a new week. Celebrating their birthdays over the
150.
150.
Yeah.
150.
Yeah.
I thought the oldest guy here in Uganda was around 100.
You are wrong. But I have a Daily Moisha with me that tells us the truth every day. And the top story is how men and women will share NSSF money. And the data analysis show that the number of men eligible for the midterm access that savers started receiving on Friday is twice more than that of women. We wonder why. However, each of the fewer women will, on average, walk away with 3 million more cash than a man. This is a very, very confusing statement. But read the full story on page 4, and there is a distribution here, a distribution image and graphic of how many women who are eligible for the 20% midterm access. Midterm access.
Yeah, and the top story is here in the New Vision. Many teachers still on payroll long after retirement, and audit of schools exposes big gaps. Full story on page 3, and here the top picture is Karamoja women visit president's farm, and here this is told to file reports on land transactions. Full story on page 4. And here, this is told to file reports on land transactions.
The full story is on page 3, where it happened in Tungamo, where police in Tungamo on Friday arrested a woman and 3 others for allegedly assaulting a priest during funeral prayers for the head of the family. Read full story on page 3 of the Daily Monitor.
Yeah, Museveni asked the new bishop to give selfless service. Museveni hails religious leaders for promoting development and morals.
Yes, and who are the new deputy DPP directors? The duo are the longest serving prosecutors with more than 20 years work experience in the ODPP. Now, President Museveni has appointed 2 deputy directors of the public prosecutors to replace the vacant position left by the incumbents who appointed High Court judges last year. And these 2 are John Baptist Asimwe and William Biansi. Read full story on page 5 and find out who these are and why they are a big deal, particularly in the public prosecution space.
Spiritual tree exposes clash of culture and modernity. When an old person dies in a village, a part of history dies with them. The same is true with the tree believed to house a spirit known as Nabukalu in Piji, which was cut down over the weekend. Full story on page 7.
Yes, now in the Daily Monitor on page 7, how public health law will affect you. On page 7, the government says the existing Public Health Act can address emerging public health challenges, and the government on February the 3rd, 2022 tabled the Public Health Amendment Bill 2021 before Parliament, and the aim of repealing the obsolete provisions in the old Act and revising the fines for offences committed. You need to read the full story on page 7 and find out how this Public Health Act will affect you personally. So get a copy of the Daily Monitor and find out more.
No more rains expected within a week. High temperatures, dry spell linked to Mozambique cyclone. On the onset of Uganda's long rainfall season has been disrupted by a cyclone in Mozambique, according to Abaka Kalima, a meteorologist at Uganda National Meteorologist Authority. Full story on page 7.
And now in Makerere, it reopened physical classes to all learners on Saturday, and the institution says the move comes after cases of COVID-19 reduced in the country. So on Saturday, all Makerere University students resumed physical classes. Read full story on page 8 of the Daily Monitor.
Activists demand legal framework on unpaid care work. Women activists have urged lawmakers to construct a legal framework which can empower unpaid care and domestic workers, especially rural women and girls economically. Full story on page 10.
Now, on March 4th, the Rwandan government announced the reopening of its land borders for passenger vehicles. And the state minister for trade, industry and cooperatives, that is Mr. David Bahati, has encouraged us to use reopened border to revive trade with Rwanda. And he says this, he's the member of parliament for Ndorwa West County, where Katuna Town Council is located. And he says, you know what, you need to use this border for trade, mostly to revive the economy. Read full story on page 11.
KCCA blends illegal structures in city on thin enforcement, and IHK wants insurance bill fast-tracked. Full story on page 12.
And today in the Daily Monitor magazine about healthy living, and just talking about dispelling the myths about health disease, all you need to know about heart disease particularly, and the prevention of heart diseases in individual calls for active promotion of health in populations. And they tell us what we need to know about heart disease, the myths. They break down the myths and the things that we might not be aware of. But grab a copy of the Daily Monitor and find out more here.
And then in Ibanda, elephant attacks, leaders called for electric fence. And the resident of Chibingo village in Kanywa Mbogo Chisuzi sub-county was attacked by a moldering elephant from Queen Elizabeth National Park. Full story on page 16.
Yes, now the president has tasked clergy to lead war on poverty. The president urges the clerics to encourage followers to work hard and join the parish development model. I haven't yet tried it in our churches, but okay. President Museveni has tasked religious leaders to spearhead the war against poverty by mobilizing Christians to embrace development projects. There is a picture here of last Friday when the newly appointed Bishop Julius Peter Eyit of Elim Pentecostal Assemblies of God for Northern Uganda was given a car by the government that they donated a vehicle to him. But Museveni tasks the clergy and says, you know what, you need to lead the talk on poverty. Christians are not supposed to be poor. In fact, he has a plan. The parish development model is what he's going to be using to figure out this plan. But read the full story on page 28 of the Daily Monitor.
Yeah, and then here in Nakasongore, 600 Buruli families seek compensation over 1,979 evictions, and rains leave 4 villages homeless in Chotere. And meat prices rise as scarcity of animals bites in Fort Portal.
Now sanctions start to bite in Russia and prices soar. This is in world news. In the impact of these measures is starting to be felt with the cost of basic products rising and the risk of job losses. Read full story on page 30 of the Daily Monitor.
And in international news, lonely envoy, Moscow's man at UN finds himself on defensive. Full story on page 52.
Now, in business news, the Daily Monitor today asks the question, is government ready, and what is its plan in regard to oil-related disasters like spills? And a number of oil spills have been documented across the globe. Some have caused serious havoc to both human life and environment, and while others have been managed through organized responses. Now, the Daily Monitor exposes how the government is ready to respond to such disasters, but also what is their plan if these disasters in case happen. Read the full story on page 32.
And in the sports news, ready to advance our Commonwealth values, the British High Commissioner to Uganda, Kate Eyre, has reiterated the United Kingdom's readiness to promote the Commonwealth. And here, Cheptegei Foundation benefits from Japan and your weekly guide in Uganda Premier League. Full story on page 59 of the New Vision.
Yes, that is true. Grab a copy of the Daily Monitor and the New Vision and find out more of this. I'll be coming in later on with the sports updates. So do not go anywhere. We're going to go for a very short break. When we come back, we'll be coming back with more here at Church of Uganda Family TV.
Hey, wanna race? Oh, we lost you.
You wish. Welcome to Coffee Production Tips, brought to you by Uganda Coffee Development Authority. Uganda Coffee Development Authority is the government agency mandated to promote and oversee the coffee industry as a whole by developing research, facilitating coffee production and productivity, by training farmers on good agricultural practices, controlling the quality and improving the marketing of coffee for the benefit of stakeholders, planting coffee seedlings, mulching, training coffee seedlings, and stamping coffee. Farmers are encouraged to adopt good agricultural practices to get high yields, good prices, and better income from coffee. These tips are brought to you by Uganda Coffee Development Authority.
Chinayu chinyumira. Whether it is katogo, Chikomando, Rolex Majasa to Nyanyambisi. Man, wherever I am, I enjoy you with your TV channels on my phone.
Enjoy a new world of entertainment with over 80 TV and radio channels, plus movies from wherever you are. Download the Yo TV Channels app from your app store and enjoy 30 days of free streaming with MTN.
Yo TV Channels, the power is in your hands.
Program ensonga tukulekera okumanya biki ebigenda maaso mu ggwanga. Okumanya ebyenjigiriza n'ebyenkulaakulana ekyo nikyo kikulu. Twegatteko wano ku Church of Uganda Family TV buli wa mukaaga essaawa 11 ez'akawungeezi.
Talk of the Town.
Thank you so much for staying with us here at Church of Uganda Family TV. We enrich lives every single day. Now, we'll be talking about the NSSF cash, and the members of parliament a few months ago decided to pass a law where, because of COVID-19 and how badly hit the people were given an opportunity for them to access their midterm, to access to at least 20% of their cash, of their NSSF cash, to help them out to recover financially. And last week was when the NSSF called people to come and register and say, now I am ready to receive my cash and this is my name, blah, 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 blah. But the conversation comes up with, one, are people really ready, but also is NSSF ready to release this cash? I have Brenda here with me. I want to pick her thoughts. Brenda, talk to me. NSSF cash. Are people, one, ready to receive it? Of course they're ready, it's money. But people, is NSSF ready to give it out? Because I see a lot of corners in this thing.
First of all, I think that by the time NSSF came up and said, no, it is the president who came up last year, the president, that is, you're welcome, paving way for members who have clocked 45 years and saved consistently for 10 years to access 20% of their savings. So it is the president who said, like, the NSSF should this money, of which I think the NSSF is ready to give up money as long as you fulfill the requirements, that is the national ID, that is the requirements they told you to give out. So I think it is ready, but the question we should be asking, are people ready to receive this money?
Yes, they are, and I think for me, what interests me is what is in today's Daily Monitor, and I have it with me, where the number of men eligible for the midterm access that SEVA started receiving on Friday is twice more than that of the women. However, the fewer women will each receive 3 million, as if walk away with 3 million more than the man. And me, I'm asking myself, well, why?
How is that? I'm not understanding that statement.
The statement is the men who are eligible to get are very many, and the women are few. But the women will get 3 million more than the men.
On top of their money?
Yes, they are. Yes, more than the man. Yes, on top of their money. Yes,
Why?
They're eligible to get 3 million more. Why? I don't know. That's what the Daily Monitor is answering in page 4. But the women, now the number of, let me just use this graphic to just explain to you the number of members, particularly women members that are eligible are 13,166 who are eligible for the 20% midterm access. But of that number, of the 13,000 women, 32% represent. Okay, this is 32% of the eligible contributors, and women beneficiaries will be paid 279 billion for all 35% of the total midterm investment. And the average payout for each woman will be around 21 million shillings, depending again on how long you've been saving and how much you've been saving and how old you are if you're above 45. For the men, they are more number of men. Remember, the women were 13,000, the men are 28,000.
Wow.
And the percentage of men among contributors eligible for midterm access is 68%, and men will be paid around 513 billion of the 793 billion fund, aged at least 45 and have saved for about 120 months. And the average payout for a man is 18 million, but the average payout of a woman is 21. Why? Even me, I'm asking myself, why? Is it because muita mubinji mwenga bakazi? So what? But we are the breadwinners. Why don't you give us more money?
You're the breadwinners, but you know, we are getting old. We are getting old because
Even
I'm
us.
looking at a woman who has clocked 45 years.
Even us,
She's getting
everyone
old,
who is getting this money,
responsibilities are
Brenda,
many and work,
everyone who
stuff
is
like
getting
that.
this money, Brenda, is 45. So you can't say for us we are getting old. All of us are old here. We are above 45 and we have been saving for about 120 months.
So it's
20
like, you
10
know,
years.
it's like a casino. Thanking us for
Casino?
being for saving.
Why
You're
are
a
we-
man.
No.
You're a man. So for us, we've gone through a lot. We are vulnerable. So at the end of it all, they're like, thank you. You've been a woman of valor.
Now let me tell you what the World Bank is saying. The World Bank, in its Uganda Economic Update report titled "Putting Women at the Center of Uganda's Economic Revival," released last year, revealed that glaring pay gaps between women and men attributed to gender discrimination, which we were talking about last week. The World Bank is saying that there is a big difference between how much a woman gets and how much a man gets. And there is a very big gap between that, and it's attributed to gender discrimination. Because
So the
Brenda-
men are feeling
Brenda
they're feeling
and Byron-
discriminated.
Not really. I think they're basing on this to give you more money. Because Brenda and Byron do the same job, because Byron is a man, he gets much more paid than Brenda. And why is that? Because of gender discrimination. Now, the report shows that young women earn 25% less than young men before March 2020. This is what happened. And the median monthly minimum male wage orbited around 250,000, higher than the average of 140K for you. So averagely, a young man in Kampala earns at least 250,000, yet a young woman earns about 140,000. And the World Bank is attributing this to
Gender
gender discrimination. But Are we saying it's gender discrimination?
Yes, it's gender
I don't
discrimination.
think
You don't think so, but it is gender discrimination.
Why do you
First of
think
all,
so?
if we are the same age, me and you, and then we are doing the same job, and then first of all, for all of us do not have children, that you're going to prioritize your children, and you're going to prioritize that I have a family, or I have a man, or I have a mother, or I have and they give you 250. Whereas me, who is a woman, they're giving me 140. So what should we call that? Isn't that gender discrimination? That is gender discrimination.
Well, I could also use the example of, or the thought of, maybe the young man is more hardworking. He pursues things.
What do
more,
you mean by pursuing more things?
Yes, I go downtown. I do all
I
the
also
work.
do that.
No, you don't carry the things on your head, do you? You
Me,
don't.
I might use my mind, and I'm like, okay, I cannot carry this, but let me get these people who walk around town, and I give them my stuff, and they carry for me. Whereas you have the energy to carry the stuff. So.
But due to the pandemic, the World Bank still continues and says that the government and the international institutions said affected women disproportionately. And the median monthly wage for women has since plummeted to 100,000, according to World Bank. I agree with you, but I think you can't base on this stat to anyway. But it's okay. You get 3 million more.
Yeah, let's get 3 million more because for us, at least you like the example you gave that you can carry your stuff on the head, but for us we invest more in getting people, getting an Uber to carry the stuff. Anyway, so stuff like that. And another thing, Byron, that I would really look at. So these people who are getting this midterm cash, like I asked, are they ready to receive this money, or do they have the mind of investment? I'm talking about investment.
Hey,
I have a story. Let me tell you the story. There is a man at which I'm not going to tell his name, but he's living that side of Kampala. Kampala is in Kampala. So this man got his retirement money, but on getting his retirement money of which is in NSSF, on getting his retirement money, he was like, let me invest it in buying coasters. So he bought coasters, like around 40 coasters. But this guy had not started the investment that he was going to do. How do these coasters work? So because he had that mentality of investing, it's like, okay, let me buy coasters and put them in every district, in every village. I'm sure that I'll get money. So the question is, these people who are going to invest in this, who are going to get this NSSF midterm cash, are they ready to invest in whatever thing they're going to be doing? Because I'm sure most of them have not started the jobs they're going to do, or their businesses they're going to invest in, or how the cash is going to be, like how they're going to get the profits.
First of all, that money is mine. Did you know? It's mine. I'm the one who saved it.
Yeah, it's yours.
They are not giving me free money. It's my money. Can you please allow me spend my money the way I want to?
No, we want you to invest it in the right way.
Whether I have an investment or not, whether I want to eat it, whether I want to use it to travel, it's my money.
That's why
Can you let me
Byron,
do it?
That's why NSSF came up and said that if you're not ready, if you know that you're going to get this money and you know you do not have a business idea, you've not started that business idea, please don't remove it, don't withdraw it, keep it with NSSF until you're ready. Until you're ready.
NSSF, thank you for your advice. We appreciate that you really want me to save, but the truth is, it's my money. How I want to spend it should be my business.
And we want you to spend it the right way. We don't want you to be saving for more than 10 years and then at the end of it all, after 2 years, there is nothing.
Squandered it all.
Yeah, you've squandered it all.
It's okay. And what I'm saying is, we thank you for your advice. Please keep advising us. In fact, I actually encourage those guys who actually don't have. I agree with you, but you can't come up and say, guys, I I was reading something this morning as I woke up, and there is that thing of there is that saying of give a man a fish and you've over-saved him for a day. Teach a man how to fish and then you've saved him for a lifetime. But the truth is, sometimes all I need is that fish to eat that day to survive the next day.
But you know that this is not only a fish.
No.
This is not a fish.
What I'm trying to say is, Brenda, that sometimes, guys, it's just 20% of my money.
20% of which it is a lot
which
of
means
money.
I still have 80% of my money there. Sometimes all I need to do, I might not have a business idea, but I'm starving at home. My children are struggling. What do you want me to do? You want me to get all my money instead of feeding my children, or at least taking them go to a nice restaurant, or doing something nice? You want me to save all my money? No, that's not what money is meant for, Brenda.
But let me tell you, NSSF is not looking at you only taking your children at fancy restaurants.
That's
doing
not what
all those things for only one day.
You've misunderstood me.
No, I'm not misunderstanding.
What I'm saying
you.
is, since the pandemic, I lost my job. We have been struggling getting food to eat at home. What I'm saying is, you're as if saying that no, when you need to get that money when
for
you have
investment, you have to have an idea so
but
that
what
you
I'm
can
saying
get
is,
a lot of fish and
what does it
stuff
doesn't
like
make
that.
sense for you to invest when you're not okay, when you're hungry, when you're living. By the way, let me tell you, one of the things that you people misunderstand is that
go
the
hungry
money,
for only one day.
the money you make, Brenda, the money you make, Brenda, is for you. It's for you to spend. Why do you make money? Do you make money to keep it in the bank, or you make money to spend it?
To spend.
So why don't you spend the money? Because that's the way economies work also, Brenda. When you spend money, that's the way.
But if I'm also investing, then I'm also
the woman
spending.
who is selling tomatoes will get. That's the way you're going to eat a very good meal. That's the way your children will have to go to school. Panangi.
So at the end of the day, what haven't you been eating for all these years? Because now you're 45 years.
I'm using
Haven't
food,
you been eating?
I'm using food as an analogy, but there is school fees, there are medical bills. You probably have a grandmother who is sick. Now you want me to use all, they have told you here, the average amount of what men are getting, averagely, is 18 million. We all know the prices of medical bills. 18 million is nothing. It's nothing. It can do nothing for you. So you can't tell me, no, you need a business idea before you get your money.
Yes, because
I don't need it.
We don't want you to.
My mother is dying in the hospital. You want me to have a business idea?
Haven't you been paying the hospital bills?
No,
and
I'm
food
struggling.
and
That is
food
why
and
they're
what?
chasing her out. I'm getting loans. And what I'm saying is, by the way, I'm not against people saving their money or investing it. Please invest. But what I'm saying is, man, the reason you make money is to spend it. So it doesn't make sense. Let me tell you, the reason why Sudhir is not walking on the streets of Kampala is because he has made money. He
has invested.
He can afford a car, right? He has invested, yes, but he can afford the car. He can afford all these things. It doesn't make sense for the president to say, no, I've invested all my money in cows, and now I'm working.
please.
I'm getting a border from Entebbe to Nakasero because I need all my money for investment.
Because he has
Come
earned
on.
it for himself.
Or
But for
Banange,
someone who has not earned it for himself.
I can't go to a fancy restaurant because Banange, I need to save all my money, or I've invested all my money. Come on, you can't live a bad life. The reason you're making all that money, Brenda, is to live a good life,
Byron.
not to live a bad life.
You can afford, because you've been eating and all this, you can afford to stay hungry for only one day or 2 days.
Brenda,
and invest this money maybe in your business. That is the main reason as to why they are giving out this money.
Okay, thank you.
They think
we thank
they
you for
need
your
investment.
advice. We thank you for your advice.
My parting shots are, please.
NSSF, we thank you for your advice. And Brenda,
I support NSSF. If you know that you're removing this money or you're withdrawing this money, minus having yourself a budget or strategy, please. We know how money flows very fast. So if you know that you're going to invest your money into anything else, minus growing your business or growing it or investing in that risk, please don't withdraw the money. Leave it within NSSF until you strategize and you're into your right senses.
the truth is, Brenda, not all of us in this world, God provided us with different purposes. Not all of us are supposed to come up with businesses. Not all of us are supposed to be deals. Let me tell you, that people are supposed to be pastors. the people who are supposed to
You
be,
can grow in
know,
your
all
church.
these
You
other
can grow
things.
the money in
What
your
I'm,
church.
what I'm saying is, you don't need a business. Like, people don't need to tell you how much how you should spend your. It's your money. You are saving. You already did the right thing. You are saving the money. Now, if you have a crisis, that's my problem with you people who like saving. If you have a crisis, right? If you have a crisis, if your mother is in the hospital, you can't tell me, no, mommy, you'll be fine. Yeah.
You've always been fine.
No, but your mother needs better medical. If you're in a random clinic and you're able to take her to a better hospital for her to get better, why don't you do that? Why are you saying, no, I need to invest my money?
Then, Byron, how about
use your money well?
If you're using your money, then you're only going to use it for only one day. How about you invest it and then you're able to afford to buy medicines
and what I'm saying
for the whole of your time.
And what I'm saying is, Brenda, you're assuming that everyone knows how to invest. You're assuming everyone knows how to do business. No, not everyone knows how to invest. Not everyone knows how to do business. The guy will invest in coasters and all his money will go away.
That is what happened.
What good is that? He did all the right things. What good is that when you invest your money and it all squanders? How about you use it? My problem, I don't, by the way, I'm not, I need
You're
to
not
make something
against
clear.
savers.
I'm not against investment. Please invest. But what I'm saying is, don't be a fool. And the way you be a fool is, if you're hungry, or if you have a crisis, you're like, no, that crisis, I can live another day. I'm on the brink of death. You probably have a disease that you can cure with this NSSF money. Cure it. I mean, life is better than money, right? Do we agree on that? You don't agree on that?
Yes.
You don't agree? You think that money is better than life, right?
No, why are you asking me that?
Auntie, we're having a conversation. Is life better than money, or money is better than life? The fact that you're even thinking about it shows me where you lie. But
no.
The Bible is very clear that the root
Life
of all
is
evil,
better than money.
that the root of all evil is really money. So if your aim is it doesn't make sense that you're going to leave your mother in the hospital, in a clinic, yet you can use this 18 million. Go and treat her. She's better. She's okay. Or your wife or your daughter. But you're saying, no. Now you need to invest this money.
So that you can afford to buy them medicine.
And what
for
if
the rest
all your
of their
money?
lives.
And what if your money is all gone? What happens? What good has that done for you?
Then you will know that okay, my money
exactly.
has really
How about you just eat your money? My parting shots are simple. If you're ready to receive your NSS money, please receive it. Use it well. I think my point is use it well. If you think using it well is taking care of responsibilities at home, use it. If you think using it well is sending it Byron's way, please, by all means, send it my way. If you think using it well is investing or buying whatever you want to invest in, do. I think my point is, do whatever you want with your money, because it's yours. No one should come and tell you, Brenda, you've earned this money from Family TV, Brenda. Imagine at the end of the month, you've earned this money. Then someone comes and says, no, you don't need to invest in your business. Now you need to invest in me.
It could be a better idea.
No,
it could be a better idea.
It's your money.
Either way,
it's your money.
Ideas
You have the choice.
They come and tell you, you know what,
Either way,
Brenda?
it's okay.
Brenda,
it's your money. You make that choice, right?
Yeah.
My point is, you make that choice. You can either choose to say yes or no. They have not dictated, right?
Sometimes they get to dictate.
No, but it's your money. How can they dictate you on your money? Are you a child that they have to dictate for you and your money? It's your money. So let people use their NSF money the way they want. That's my argument.
My argument is, if you're not ready to receive that money in the right way.
What do you mean not ready? Everyone is always ready to receive money.
If your mind is merry and you're like, let me get my NSF money to go and eat and spend, please don't withdraw that money. Leave it with NSF until you strategize and draw a map on how you're going to spend that money and how you're going to invest it. At the end of the day, we don't want to see you at how many years without nothing. You've not left anything. Even the Bible says you have to leave something. You have to leave something to.
Okay. That is okay. That's fine. That's the 80%. That's why I'm using 20. There's a book in the Bible. It's called Ecclesiastes. You need to read that book. That book talks about a very key principle. That all these things are meaningless. That money you're trying to save is meaningless because, one, our life is is like wind. It comes one time and it goes. Brenda, now you are saying that no, you invest it what, but it's 20%. I already have 80%.
How sure are you're going to get the 80%?
Yeah, that's a good question. Now that's,
so please
that's
invest
what,
the 20%.
No.
Yeah, invest the 20%. When 80% comes, that's where you're going to get, because
so if you die today, what happens?
At least you receive the 20%. But
now,
how sure you're going to get the 40%?
What have you used it for? Exactly.
So invest, and then when 80% comes, then you will get the 20% and eat, and then save the 60%.
It's been nice discussing this topic with Brenda. At least now I know where both of us lie on this aspect. But we need to go in for break. But when we come back, we'll be coming back with more information, news, and entertainment here at Church of Uganda Family TV.
Mirinda.
Grab yourself an ice cold bottle of Mirinda Orange at any shop or supermarket near you. Mirinda Orange, the taste that makes you go OMG.
They took whatever they took from you, wherever it is. Catch fire, catch fire.
We always ask ourselves a lot of questions. Sometimes we are faced with difficulties in our lives. Some of us may face sickness.
Jesus, let your presence overshadow me, and Lord, let every infirmity be taken away from my life.
With 200 million people aged between 15 and 24, Africa has the youngest population in the world. This can either be an opportunity or a ticking time bomb. At Young and Flourishing Hub, we seek to turn these numbers into an opportunity for Africa to become a global leader. Join us every Monday from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. only on Church of Uganda Family TV, as we take you through the discussion of different topics that will enable you to become world-class leaders and mentors, grow your finances, and become world-class innovators. Young and Flourishing, transforming Africa.
Brethren, yes we can. We can clear the debt of church house. And I want to invite you to give generously to the love gift. May God bless you as you give.
This is how we play. Play with power.
This is how we do it.
How
how we put a team together. This is how we pass on greatness. Because with this team to inspire us, there's nothing we can't do. Play to inspire.
Okimanyi nti biti oluyimba lw'omuna Uganda ekusitula mu katebe w'otudde.
Hey, 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 Yahweh, Yesu mulungi, teri yamwekana.
Obadde omanyi amawanga ag'enjawulo engeri gye gakikolamu nga gasinza Katonda.
Fire on them, redemption time is today.
Yabaffe, obadde omanyi ennyimba eza hymns zatandika zitya n'abaani abaaziyiiya?
Naza n'omusaayi gwo ogusinga byonna.
Eno ye Home Beats buli lwa mukaaga ssaawa 10 paka ssaawa 11 ez'akawungeezi wano ku mayengo ga Church of Uganda Family TV. Nange Billy Brands of Uganda. Home Beats, enjoy your regional gospel music.